Give it up, everybody, for Kyle Doughty.
Jeremy Jonas, everyone. Keep it going for him. This is a clap machine was too expensive, so that's why we got you guys here. Jeremy's a doctor. He's actually my doctor. He's given me like 4 free prostate exams. This year alone, I didn't even know you needed them. I'm 30. He's like, yeah, you should get 1 a week at least. They're all just down here before my set. He's like, it'll loosen you up. I'll tell you what, my prostate is there. It is there for sure. Speaking of sex, I had this recently happen. I was fucking Jeremy the other day. No, a girl did this to me recently. Not my butt. That was crazy. A girl recently, we were hooking up, and then she was like, I want you to be more vocal during sex. I want you to like talk more. Is that like a real thing that you like? Yeah, you said that way too confidently. That scares me. What the fuck? Like, what are we supposed to say? What? You know what's going through my head? I'm like, don't come. You want me to say that out loud? I'll do it. You're going to think I'm talking to you, and you're going to be like, don't worry, I'm not. That's I know, I can't be sexy. Like, do you like my penis? I'm not sexy at all. I'm silly at best. I could do a voice. Your pussy's great. I'm not going to do that. So you're like, and now the young boy inserts his penis into the disappointed female. You're not. Trust me, you don't want me to talk during sex. It's not. I know this girl once. She tried to get me to do it. She like asked me a question. She was like, "Whose pussy is this?" I was like, "Your pussy." 100%. This is Rebecca's pussy. There's no way this is someone else's. That would be nuts. She was like, no, it's your pussy. Say it's your pussy. I was like, I've never had one before. That's a lot of responsibility. I don't know what to feed it. Do you water these things, or are they like succulents? So I just fucking put it in the windowsill and just leave it there. You know, I try to like play into it. So I was like, at one point, I was like, hey. Could you imagine just, psst, hey, guess what? I was like, damn, girl, my pussy's so wet. Our pussy. Our joint custody pussy. This pussy's getting 2 Christmases. This one. I think I'm just bad at sex. I think I don't. Down here in Texas, it's different. You Texas ladies you tough ladies. Every time I have sex, it feels like a fight. I don't know what. I've never had so many girls want me to just hit them during sex. I'm from Ohio. It's all missionary and eye contact. You start a family when you have sex in Ohio. Here, you just have a rematch like next week. You're like, girls are like gremlins down here. You feed them after midnight. Get their shirt off. They're like, come on, hit me. No. My mom said that I should never do that. That's crazy. It always feels like a trap. Like, is my mom here? Is she watching? Is this? I was afraid my mom's going to be in here like, you better not do it, Kyle. Also, you guys never tell us how hard we're supposed to hit you. I don't know what kind of chin you got on you. I don't know. I don't want to seem like a pussy, but I also don't want to beat you up. That's crazy. It's like the Goldilocks and the 3 Bears situation. One's too hard for sure, but one's definitely too soft. I can't be like, who's my little whore, you know? Who's daddy's little slut, huh? I can't. Boop. I can't. That's not sexy, but neither is. Come on, move your head, bitch. What are you doing? You can't. I had an ex that really liked being choked in bed, and that was cool. I didn't mind that, but I was always like, man, why is now when you want me to choke you? This is kind of the one time where I don't want to choke you, honestly. Your tits are out, you're not being mean to me. This is great. I love you right now. Why couldn't you have wanted me to choke you earlier when you told me I folded towels wrong? That's when I would have choked the shit out of you. I'm like, yes, ma'am, it's fucking... They're squares, you can't fold them wrong. That's... I just got fired from my job. That's pretty cool. I'm making a bad case for my ladies out there. I suck at sex and I don't have a job. No, I did just get fired. You guys, sometimes people will woo with that, and it's like, that's the wrong reaction to bad news. That's crazy. And it was a remote job, so I just got fired from my house. You guys ever been fired in your domicile before? It's not, it's sad. At least at an office, you could like tell your boss to fuck off. You can be like, fuck you, Randall, and then just, you can break some shit and leave. I like knocked something off my dresser, and I was like, fuck, my mom got that for me. Damn it. I couldn't storm off because I wanted to go lay down, so I had to like leave my room and then come back in. The worst part is when you get fired from a work from home job, they can't call you into the office. They have to set up a Google Calendar meeting for you. So I clocked in at 8 o'clock, and at 8:30 they sent me a notification for noon with my manager and my HR manager. So I was like, oh, I'm getting fired in 3.5 hours. That's fucking, that's a crazy thing to do. You couldn't just spring it on me at lunch. That would have been better. Now what am I supposed to do for 3.5 hours? I'm not saving my job, that's for sure. I'm not hitting the phones real hard. I'm gonna see how many fucking porn viruses I get on this company laptop. Yeah, you guys are gonna want this back. It's not gonna run right. It's gonna be. I started looking up porn like a 12-year-old boy on like a snow day. I was just like boobs.com. I was like, that's fucked up a family computer before. It'll do it again. I started clicking on all the ads. You know, we all really wanted to click on them. It'd be like, you want to add 2 inches to your dick? And we were all like, damn, that's like 4 inches of dick. That's crazy. That's too much dick. What are we going to do with all that dick? Yes. There was like the weird one that would be like, hey, in your neighborhood, there's like 15 hot, horny MILFs. And you're like, are they okay? What are they? Are they on the loose? Did they escape from like a PTA meeting or something? What's going on? It's crazy. I clicked on that. I just got a slower computer. That's all. They're going to get this laptop back. And they're like, I don't know how he did it, but this is Hunter Biden's laptop. Regardless of how you feel politically, that was a weird whistle. I had the upper hand going into the firing. One, because I just jerked off like 4 times. My tie's around my belly button. I'm fucking relaxed. I'm ripping a cigarette. What the fuck do you guys want? I'm on the clock, you know? I got shit to do. But I go into it, and I know that I'm getting fired, so I'm like, I'm going to act like I have no idea that I'm getting fired. I'm going to fuck with this guy. So I get in there, and he's like, hey, Kyle, how are you doing? And I was like, honestly, pretty good, man. Pretty great. The last few months at this job have been more than I ever could have imagined. This is great. My life this is the best I've ever been. I mean, my kids are fed, my bills are paid. You guys saved my life. I had to go, I promised myself I wasn't going to get emotional, but I was going to kill myself before you guys hired me. But you guys hired me, so we're good. Anyways, what do you want to talk about? Seemed pretty important. You told me about it 4 hours ago. I've been sitting here for 4 hours being like, what could that be? They're like, you have no idea what this is, do you? I was like, I got a couple guesses. Promotion? And then they were like, no. exact opposite. They were like, "You're fired," and I was like, "What? What? What?" What? He was like, "Yeah, this is never easy," and I cut him off, and I was like, "No, for real, I didn't hear what you said." Say it again. Yo, I made this guy fire me 15 fucking times. At one point, I got up and just started walking around with my laptop, like, it definitely works better over here. So if anyone's hiring, I quit vaping recently. That's pretty cool. All right, you'll be on my side with this. I don't think men should vape, right? Right, yeah. It's like Diet Coke. That should be for ladies. That's not. Men shouldn't vape. We got to raise the next generation of young men. Can't be a good dad if you smell like strawberry banana all the time. Can't. Imagine trying to send your son to his room after a fat cloud of mint guava. I'm not going to my room, dude. No. I have 2 moms now. I respect one of them. Crazy. I think men should just smoke cigarettes. That's a good dad. Cigarette dad? Hell yeah, that guy got hit as a kid. Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah. A cigarette dad, that's a dad that'll hit you when you deserve it. And like a lot when you really didn't. Well, you just have a mental dad. Crazy. You can't smell good as a dad. You want to come home and smell like cigarettes and death. You want your kids to run when you get home like cockroaches. My dad was a cigarette dad. If I ever came home late at night when I was supposed to be home like 2 hours earlier and my dad's just ripping cigarettes inside, I'm getting beat up every time. No questions asked. I'm like, oh, he's putting that cigarette out in my head. Shit. If I would have came home and saw my dad sitting there like legs crossed and a little green light at the end of the table, and he's just like, you gotta be like, Dad, it's past your bedtime, dog. You gotta skedaddle. That's crazy. I just started drinking and driving again, guys. That's cool. Yeah, you shook your head no. Not cool? Loser. I had to stop. I had a DUI scare. Have you guys ever had one of those? They're a lot like pregnancy scares. You're going to play it safe after one of those. You're wearing seatbelts, condoms, sober all the time. And then you have tequila again. You're like, fuck it. It's in God's hands. We're good. We're good. I was coming home from a comedy show recently, and a cop flicked his lights on. So, of course, I did the responsible thing. I pulled over, put my seatbelt on. I finished that beer that was in my cup holder. I was like, fuck. And he's like walking up to my window, and I'm giving myself a pep talk in the rearview mirror. I'm like, all right, Kyle, we got this. Me, you, other Kyle. Shit. Fuck. I'm too drunk to drive. Are you good? You got this? The cop gets to my window, and I'm feeling more confident than I should be, honestly. He gets to the window, I hit the down button, and I'm like, is there a fucking problem, officer? And there was, because my window did not roll down. I mean, this cop just saw. I instantly lost all of my confidence. I started freaking out. I'm flicking this thing up and down. Like when I was a kid, my dad told me every time you flick a light switch on, it costs him 25 cents. So he would yell at me, and I'd go in my room and just go, fuck you, Dad, that's like $8. I was doing that to my window button. I'm like, this never happens, officer. I swear, it's me, not you. I love you. And he points to the back window, and it's going up, down, up, down, up, down. Is there a problem, officer? You need something? He was like, you know why I pulled you over? And I was drunk, so I was like, you thought I was cute. And he said no, and that hurt my feelings a lot more than it probably should have. I got real liberal. I was like, maybe you guys are all bastards after all. He was like, no, I pulled you over because you were speeding and you were in the left lane, and the left lane is for passing only. And I was like, dog. I was fucking passing everybody back there. I was the only one using the lane appropriately. And then he said, get out of the car. I was like, that's fair. I get out, and he goes, we're going to give you a field sobriety test. Are you prepared for that? And I was like, quite frankly, no. I wasn't aware this test was going to happen. This feels more like a field sobriety pop quiz. And he was like, strike two. I was like, fuck, dude. So he goes, I have to do the thing where I stand on one foot, go 1 1,000, 2 1,000 on 1 foot. And he's like, you can handle that, right? And I was like, yeah, no problem. I got it. Just one question. Which foot? And he was like, any foot you want. So I panicked and stood on his foot. I was like, 1 1,000, 2 1,000. Easiest test I've ever taken. He pushed me off, and he was like, sir, you've obviously been drinking tonight. And I was like, duh. I thought we established that back at the window. And he goes, the only way you get home tonight is if you blow. Oh. Not really my style, guys, but I can't afford a lawyer. Whip that thing out, officer. Got a little mouth, can't promise there won't be teeth involved. Does anyone here know what the legal driving limit is? 0.08. That guy has a DUI. He knew that way too quick. 0.08, guys. I'll pull a .075. You know what that means? It means I sucked that cop's dick for no reason. All right, thank you guys so much. My name is Kyle Doughty. You guys have been great.